It's common for speakers to find a quote to start their remarks during ceremonies such as this, but as I realized as I considered a quote, there's no quote that I could find or think of that really describes graduates of the class of 2020. I was thinking, you have experienced more in these last 4 months than other people, other friends, colleagues, even adults have experienced in decades of their lives. You've overcome such adversity, and you have made it to graduation. So to me, not a quote, but a word describes you. I think of your resilience. You have been resilient. You have been able to overcome. And I think that over the course of your lifetime, when you face new challenges, I'd suggest that you reach back to this time in your life to remember what it was like to overcome your resilience and use that strength that you have built to overcome some of the challenges you might face in your life. But I really ask that you think about your entire 4 years, not just these months. Think about your experiences in high school. Remember the fun. Remember your friends, your teachers, your coaches, your advisors, all those that have contributed to your high school experience and your whole educational experience. I know that you will do well. I know that you will be strong, and I know you will contribute to this community, our state, and our world in so many different ways. We are so very proud of you. Members of the class of 2020, I wish you nothing but the best of health and happiness and future success. I can see great things in our future for you. And my role in today's ceremony is an official one, and it's quite simple. As superintendent of schools, and on behalf of the Board of Education, I can declare that all graduates have met or exceeded their requirements for a New Jersey high school diploma. Congratulations and best of luck always. You always have a home here.
On behalf of the entire Cedar Creek community, please join me in a moment of silence as we reflect on the tremendous grief our country, our community, and our school has experienced over the past year. We mourn the loss of over 100,000 Americans to the coronavirus. We extend our deepest sympathies to anyone in our community who has lost a loved one. We also stand with anyone fighting for an improved way of life. We mourn the loss of those who have died at the hands of oppression, racism, and injustice. Finally, we remember one of our own. Paige Goulden will always be remembered as a sweet, remarkable, and determined young lady who will be deeply missed. She had a genuine, loving spirit, and she gave herself honestly and sincerely without anyone respecting something in return. Paige's sweet nature and sense of humor made her a friend to all. Paige was an integral member of the class of 2020, and her memory will continue to inspire and uplift us in the days and years to come. Please join me in a moment of silence as we remember our amazing friend.
Can you see by the dawn's early
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Welcome, friends and family, distinguished faculty and members of the Board of Education, and of course, the class of 2020. We are all sitting and watching this video because of unfortunate and seemingly unfair circumstances. We have all grown to want everything to be fair in our lives, where good things happen to good people. A world where if you're kind and compassionate to others, they'll be the same to you. A world where the hard work we put in is rewarded and celebrated. But if we haven't learned anything at all from our time at Cedar Creek, the class of 20 has certainly learned that life isn't often fair. This year was supposed to be something special to all of us. Instead of making lasting memories at the end of our senior year, we were forced to stay away from our friends, away from the school that has been our second home for the past 4 years. Seems unfair, right? Yeah, it is, but that's life. Take this year and embrace the lesson it has taught us. Life will never be fair. Life will reward someone who barely tries, someone who skates by life with no effort and no passion. Life will reward someone who treats others poorly, no matter how kind you are to them. Life will throw you around, no matter how good you try to be. You can give everything you got, work harder than everyone else, and it still won't matter. You'll probably still fail at one point. That's just life. In the movie Rocky Balboa, Rocky tells his son, "You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward." I hope that line can motivate all of us to get back up again. The disadvantages we encounter cannot be excuse for us to fail, but motivation for us to succeed. You find in life should not be used as an excuse, but as a motivation. We got to push past those unfortunate circumstances, those handicaps, by working harder. We're going to get hit so hard we might not find any reason to get back up and follow that path we dreamt of as a kid. For every failure, for every fall, there is a lesson to learn, and it is our job to seek that lesson. If you embrace those lessons and get back up, we will make it. We have missed sports, our friends, teachers, and classmates, but it doesn't mean we cannot embrace the idea our class will ever hold a unique place in the history of Cedar Creek. Embrace and accept the fact that we are the class that couldn't graduate. We can continue to blame others for what happened to us, or we can accept the unfair parts of life and the disadvantages we encounter for what they are, just barriers ready to be broken. Put yourself in a position to eliminate those obstacles in your future by never giving up and working harder than everyone else. You can follow your dreams no matter how unfair life might seem. Don't just do it because your parents want you to. Do it for yourself. Do it for our generation. Lead by example, and many will follow in your path to success. Give the people you love a life where they will not have to face the same barriers you had to break, so they can break the ones you can never pass. Congrats to the class of 2020. Hopefully everything will be back to normal soon and we can celebrate the right way.
Good evening, family, staff, board members, and fellow graduates. I'd like to start with a quote by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., where he explains, "Intelligence plus character, that is the true goal of education." We have undoubtedly learned so much throughout high school, which has turned immature freshmen into well-rounded individuals. Even more important is the character development we have all undergone throughout our 4 years. However, our education doesn't end here, and constant progress should be our goal. With so much going on, it becomes easy to tune out others and divide ourselves. It is important to keep an open mind and continually educate ourselves as our class moves into the real world. Our goal should be to combat the ignorance that divides us with the tools given to us at Cedar Creek. It is easy to write off others who have a different opinion and simply try to cancel them or refuse to even discuss tough subjects with them. It is much harder to try and reach common ground with an understanding of one another. As we go off to university, to join the workforce, or to serve our country, we become an essential part of our society. We have a duty to take the more difficult path, to encourage civil discourse, and to listen to each other in order to better ourselves, our communities, and our country. The world has changed so much these last couple of months. However, the one silver lining is the class of 2020 because it has been able to accomplish so much with some of the worst circumstances. We have persevered and come out of this stronger as individuals and as a community. We should take that as proof of what our class can accomplish in the future. Finally, we'd all like to thank our friends and family for helping us get to this point. Also, we would like to thank our teachers for supporting us during this difficult time. Not only have we had to endure a pandemic, but also the loss of one of our own in Paige. If we can get through this, the class of 2020 can get through anything.
Ali Azan, Austin J. Acevedo, Michael Matthew Acevedo, Kyle Anthony Adams, Jonathan Jerry Alum Jr., Carla Jose Aliman Mendoza, Brianna Mosey Alvarez, Faith Nicole Asink, Matthew Alexander Athill, Michaela Elizabeth Bagstrom, Colin James Banta, Sequoia Chardonnaya Barabin, Louis Joseph Barrios IV, Leah Rose Beatty, Shane Allen Becker, Ashley Lynn Belk, Emma Christina Benkovic, David Anthony Benikowski, James Patrick Bigelow Jr., Kyle Stanley Bittler, Caden Alexander Blanchard, Clarence Carlos Botilla, Emmanuel Isaias Bonner, Damian Javon Bradley, Sean S. Brady, Jade Sierra Broski, Tyler Austin Brown, Raymond Louis Cabrera Acevedo, Kyle J. Cavano, Lindsay Alyssa Calixtro, Nina Catherine Castleberry, Miguel Castanon, Jonathan Fatu Castillo, Kayla Lynn Cesorsmo, Zachary Thomas Smelowitz, Anna Maria Citron, Thomas Andrew Sioko, Mackenzie Hope Francis Klein, Elizabeth Olivia Kennard, Angela Liz Connolly, Christian David Contreras Sanchez, Janaya Andrea Corbin, Najee Keith Elijah Corsi, Angelina Anna Cox, Alex Cruz Cruz, Nathaniel Corey Cruz, Tyler James Zerwinski, Ashante Mijay Dancy, Kiana Shakia Talia Davis,
Brianna Luis de Jesus, Nicholas J. D'Angelo, Frankie J. DeClementi, Rhiannon Michelle DeLuca, Caitlin Olivia DeMeo, Aaliyah Jane DeMullen, Andrew James Dutton, Juliette Selena Duverglass, Jada C. Edwards, Justin Mark Einwechter, James Emerson Endicott, Kira Storm Erickson, Sydney Suzanne Herrera, Akindamola Ifenyi Faduba, Emily Claire Feist, Zachary Dane Farland, Michael Fideli, David M. Fenstermaker, Cullen Joseph Fetzer, Brooke J. Fiedler, Nicholas John Pfeiffer, Autumn Mary Finnegan, Jordan Anthony Fiore, Freddie Gerardo Flores, Christian M. Vogt, Mark Joseph Friedman, Xavier A. Gallegos, Bradley Joseph Garber, Nathan James Goodrich, Hannah Goulden, Paige Goulden, Austin Craig Gross, Kara Michelle Grunwald, Raymond M. Hackney, Joseph Carmen Hamill, Gracie Hope Harris, Laura Jo Hahn, Barbara Winona Hayes, Tyler Matthew Hendrickson, Dakota Eugene Hill, Kareem C. D. Hill, Christian Peter Hunt, Christopher Jarvis, Alicia Kara Jones, Tajira Charmaine Jones, Stephen George Kanzig,
Carly Jaren Kaiser, Michael Winfred Keogh, Khalid B. Khan, Dharamavtar Jawahar Kular, Nicholas Anthony Kinzel, Rachel Marissa Crayley, Benjamin Robert Kucera, Brandon Robert Kusnirik, Justin Nathaniel Lake, Cole James Laughlin, Nina R. Lechlichner, Dagan S. Leithman, Zachary Alexander Lerman, Rachel Marie Lewis, Jillian Lee Lasasso, Riley Louise Lauer, Gabriella Nicole Luco, Joseph Edward Lyons, Angelica Love McQueen, Andrew David Mayhew Jr., Ashley Christina Marsh, Riley Paul Marshall, Janice Ashley Martinez, Manuel Amir Martinez Reed, Juliana Patricia McCabe, Samantha Bonnie McConaughey, Hunter Robert McDonald, Lindsay Marie McFadden, Armani Ditron McGaney, Jeremy James McGowan, Hannah Suzanne McKenzie, Sabria Khalees McLean, Matthew Scott McNabb, Richard Dave McQueen, Daniel W. McTeague, Alexandra Mejias, Malachi Maxwell Melton, Abigail Rose Moore, Francesca Marie Morell, Cassandra Jade Muller, Justin Everett Murphy, Jordan Alexis Myers, Jake Lowell Noraki, Madison May Newman, Stacy H. No, Danielle Elizabeth Neisler, Sean Patrick O'Connor, Lena Marie Ortiz, Catriana Marie Pacheco, Jacob S. Palmer, Shanti Maxine Parker,
Ethan Jacob Perger, Yamaya Marie Phillips, Durwood Christopher Pinkett, Gabriella Ann Plummer, Scott J. Powers, Nicole Marie Quinones, Madison Elizabeth Raybush, Amando Ramirez Cortazar, Justin Eric Ramos, Aaron Rylan Richardson, Michael A. Riley, Gavin A. Rivera, Grace Monroe Rivera, Jasmine Ariez Rivera, Erica Michelle Rivera, Carissa Ann Robbins, Angelina Rose Robinson, Stephen James Shao, Christy Elena Schellenberger, Emily Ann Schoenstein, Sydney Joy Shee, Connor Broderick Sholby, Joseph Ronald Simpson, Harmon Singh, Ava Elizabeth Skiersky, Carson Dominic Stenkus, Michael Renee Stokes III, Gabriel Kane Strange, Mackenzie Marie Stubbe, Jeremy Javon Taylor, Eric C. Tharp, Justin S. Thomas, Gerald J.J. Scott Titherington, Cody James Tittermary, Kelly Mora Tyrell, Luke Andrew Vax, Jonathan Vega, Juliana Maria Vega, Joseph Shane Vodapija, Michael Anthony Wade Jr., Barry Robert Walker, John Joseph Walsh III, Terrence John Watson III, Austin Gage Welsh, Julian Thomas Wilbur, Layla Shalom Williams, Micah Avery Williams, Jackson James Winad, Taylor Lee Wooten, Haley Lynn Wild, Cassandra Zebrano, Elisa Marie Rita Zapata,
Class of 2020. Over the past 4 years, you've made memories and built relationships that will last you a lifetime. Unfortunately, some of those memories will be the reality of the last 3 months. You're graduating in historic times. COVID-19 has taken memories and moments from all of you. Just like you, I look forward to proms, days at the lake, spring sports, and so much more. I especially look forward to speaking to the entire graduating class one last time in person. I'm truly sorry that these moments have been taken, but there are so many memories that cannot. Take some time to reflect on all that you have accomplished and the moments that you were able to experience. The class of 2020 will always be remembered for setting the bar for school spirit. You always brought the juice at pep rallies. You've been instrumental in the growth of our performing arts programs. You've earned academic honors and distinguished yourself as scholars and athletes. You built new programs like robotics and the gaming club. You served the community in active organizations, including Key Club and Pirate Princess. In all you did, you made people notice. You've helped maintain and establish traditions. I will never forget getting turned up to start the fourth quarter as our seniors led us to a football championship right here on our home field. Most of all, the class of 2020 has been a class that represented Cedar Creek, your families, and your community extremely well. I'm proud to call myself the principal of Cedar Creek High School, and that's because of the fine young men and women who represent all that we are. Thank you, 2020. Amid the unrest of our nation, I encourage you to raise your voice and advocate for what you believe is right, understanding that while we may sometimes disagree, we can always strive to educate ourselves, and that disagreement doesn't mean that we can't find common ground. We improve our diverse community and ourselves by listening, sharing, being inclusive and empathetic. Respectfully listen to others and consider all sides. Over the past few months, I've had a chance to talk to many of you. You've described quarantine and virtual learning as weird, different, frustrating, and a couple of you even used the word disaster. All that may be true, but you did not let these circumstances define you. And while we'll never understand why we had to lose so much, the strength, adaptability, and grace that you've demonstrated are just some of the characteristics that will guide you in future success. As we begin to slowly return to normalcy, your challenges will be great. Your plans to move into a dorm room in September, join the military, or start a career may be on hold. As you face these challenges, remember the lessons you learned while at the creek. Lessons such as challenge yourself, try new things, teamwork makes the dream work, and hard work will always be rewarded. As you leave Cedar Creek, I urge you to always remember the words of Maya Angelou, whose wisdom hangs over the doors leading out of the back commons. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Class of 2020, you made us feel proud. Thank you and good luck.